Do you feel stuck learning English? Like, no matter how much you study, fluency still feels out of reach? What if I told you that the problem isn't your grammar, your vocabulary, or your pronunciation? It's your mindset. You see, most learners focus on memorizing grammar rules and vocabulary, but that's not what makes you fluent. The real secret? A mindset shift that changes everything. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make that shift. Let's get started. Step number one, you have to stop thinking like a student and start thinking like a communicator. Most people approach learning English like it's a school subject. They study English the same way they study math or history, by memorizing facts, doing exercises, and preparing for tests. But English isn't just something you study, it's a skill. And like any skill, whether it's swimming, playing the piano, or driving a car, you get better by doing it, not just by learning the theory. Imagine this. You want to learn how to swim, but instead of jumping in the water, you spend years reading books about swimming. That would be ridiculous, right? That's right. The same applies to English. This being said, here is what you should do instead of memorizing grammar rules and vocabulary. Start communicating. Speak English, listen to English, write English, and read real life situations. Stop worrying about perfect. Perfectionism is a myth. Start using English to express yourself and your thoughts. Even if they're messy, well, they will be for a very long time, but that's okay. Now, step number two, shift from fear to confidence. I know two people who moved to England. Both started with almost zero English. Both went to the same language school and then college. One was so afraid of making mistakes that she avoided conversations. She stayed quiet, always doubting herself. The other, well, she didn't care about mistakes. She spoke whenever she got a chance, even when she knew her English was kind of bad. Fast forward a few years, the first person still struggles. The second, well, she went to university, she built a career and achieved fluency, not perfection. Fluency, all right? All because she wasn't afraid to speak. One of the biggest obstacles to fluency is fear of making mistakes, fear of looking stupid, fear of being judged. I know how it feels. I've been there. But here's the truth. The most fluent English speakers are the ones who make the most mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, and that's okay. Yes, you heard that right. Mistakes are proof that you are learning, and that's okay, right? Every time you make a mistake, your brain learns something new, and that's awesome. The key is to stop seeing mistakes as failures and start seeing them as stepping stones to fluency. This is exactly what you should do instead of fearing mistakes. Embrace a growth mindset. Believe that improvement comes from effort. Embrace mistakes, speak up, try new words, and learn from them. It might seem challenging, but the rewards are immense. Step number three, focus on input first, then output. Input, then output. Have you ever wondered why babies learn their first language so easily? It's because they spend months listening before they begin to speak. This is the natural way to learn to communicate in a language. They absorb words and sentence structures and pronunciation naturally before they even try to say anything. They listen for months and months, but most English learners do the opposite, right? They try to speak before they've listened enough. This leads to frustration because they don't have enough language data in their brains to form sentences smoothly, right? This is what you should do instead. Prioritize English input, listening. Listen to podcasts, watch videos in English, TV shows and stuff like that. Read books daily. Surround yourself with the language. The more English you consume daily, the more natural speaking will feel. It worked for me. Hopefully it will work for you as well. Step number 4, learn English like a child, but smarter. You know, children don't learn languages by memorizing grammar rules and lists of vocabulary. They learn by observing, imitating, and practicing. They hear a phrase, they try to repeat it, and gradually they refine their language skills. But here's the advantage you have as an adult. You can learn consciously. Unlike children, you can speed up the process by actively noticing patterns, asking questions, and making deliberate improvements. This is what you should do. Immerse and observe. Pay attention to how native speakers use words and phrases in real conversations. Learn phrases in context and avoid memorizing vocabulary and list of grammar rules. For example, notice how native speakers greet each other. They say, "Hey, how's it going?" That's the pattern that you can use. Step number 5, turn learning into a daily habit. This is a game changer. The truth is, fluency doesn't happen overnight, but it also doesn't require hours of study every day. The key is consistency. Even 15 to 30 minutes every day is enough if you do it every day. Think of it like exercise. If you go to the gym once a month for 5 hours, you won't see much progress. But if you work out for 20 minutes every day, you'll see big results over time, right? It will compound. The same is true for English. This is what you should do. Build daily English habits. Incorporate small English activities into your day. Listen to podcasts while you are cooking, while you're driving, while you're having a shower, while you're on the bus. Read articles in English about topics that interest you. Watch YouTube videos. Even 5 minutes a day is better than nothing. Small daily habits lead to massive results over time. Step number 6, enjoy the process. This is key. This is really crucial. If you don't enjoy the process, you will quit. That's why many people give up. Here's the hard truth. If learning English feels like a chore, you won't stick with it. That's why many people give up. The best learners don't just study English, they enjoy it. They find ways to make it fun and engaging. I believe that the reason I was able to persevere and ultimately achieve fluency is because I was passionate about English and it did not feel like a burden to me. I enjoy learning and practicing my English every day. What to do? Well, make it fun. Watch movies and TV shows and join communities where you can talk to people about things that interest you, but in English, not in your language. Find what makes learning enjoyable for you. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Stop studying English. Start living in English. The moment you stop treating English like a school subject and start treating it as a tool for real life conversation, everything changes. You'll stop worrying about being perfect and start communicating with confidence. You'll stop memorizing random words that you will not use and start learning in context. You'll stop struggling with English and start enjoying it. Fluency isn't about how much you know. It's about how much you use what you know. Now, here is my challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, every time you catch yourself thinking, "I can't speak English," stop. Instead, say, "I'm learning English and every mistake helps me improve." Try it just for one day and see how it changes your confidence. I dare you. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the one mindset shift from this video you will try to implement this week? Let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, check out my other videos for more tips to take your English to the next level. See you next time. Peace.